Hey everybody, my name is Keane, aka Stoic Speaks. Today I'm going to be talking about how to survive the Mercury Retrograde with sexual transmutation. I know how ridiculous this sounds for you, those of you who don't understand the topic of sexual transmutation, but it is tried and proven by so many. I think mostly males, because I'll get to that in a few minutes. It's something I found out about sexual transmutation from thing called NoFap, which basically means no masturbation, no porn, masturbation, orgasm. Now I've done it on and off for over a year and I never had any success. The most I've gotten to was 12 days and I'm actually on 12 days now and I know I'm going to just keep powering through. I'm able to control my urges now better than I have before. Anyway, how this comes back around to the Mercury Retrograde is, on my previous cycle of 12 days, I started on the first of the Mercury Retrograde because I thought, look, I'd done many stints of NoFap or semen retention, sexual transmutation for the whole year, and my energy levels were unbelievable. I don't just mean like energy as in physical energy, like for sport or whatever have you, but for resilience, things happening around me, attraction of people. It was outstanding, honestly. When the Mercury Retrograde came around, I did not want to be affected by it because I've been wise of the subject for about a year. My mother brought it to my attention when I told her like I was feeling all these way, everything's going wrong. And she was like, "That's Mercury Retrograde." She's a very spiritual woman. She introduced me to many topics such as like my star sign, I'm a Libra, or my horoscope, all of that. She was wise about these topics, and she was like, she doesn't get affected by the Mercury Retrograde, and I didn't understand how. It's obviously because she's able to transmute her energy. I'm not going to talk about that though, it's weird. So I thought to myself, what can I do to bounce back from this? I don't want to be affected by this anymore. It happened way too often, like twice a year. So what I did was just thought about what makes me feel good, what I cut out of my life, and what I cut out of my life that makes me resilient to anything, keeps the good energy flowing, is sexual transmutation. When I don't masturbate, when I don't make love, when I don't expel my masculine energy, and the same works for a female too. It's a female energy. When you don't expel it, I honestly think it brings goodness to you, because your one goal in life is to reproduce and survive. And when you harness your sexual energy, life tries to bring you the best so you can sow your seed or reproduce, do whatever have you. It's not going to throw you bad cards, because then you can't fulfill your earthly purpose. Anyway, I don't recall which Mercury Retrograde it was. It was the last Mercury Retrograde, the previous one. I can't remember when it was, but I retained for the first 12 days of the retrograde, and my days, it worked. It was unbelievable. I was vibing off everybody. Like, I would see someone that was kind of in a slump, I'd go over, talk to them. It's like they took my energy, but they also gave it back. It was incredible, honestly. But then, on day 12 of the retrograde, I depleted I didn't transmute my energy, I did the opposite. I depleted my energy. And from there till the very end of the retrograde, I kept doing that. And it was awful. It was absolutely miserable. Everything could have went wrong. I was falling out with my friends, wasn't getting on with my family. The females in my life were upset with me. I wasn't doing anything bad, but it was just a chain reaction, proper retrograde material. And say like 2 weeks ago, my mom came up to me, she was like, "Retrograde's coming." And I was like, okay, I am preparing myself. So I'm on 12 days again now, but it's the day one of the retrograde. I prepared myself. I made sure I was fortified. I feel spectacular. You know, it's day one of the retrograde right now. I feel absolutely fine. I know for a fact nothing is going to go wrong as long as I retain my masculine energy, my godly fluids. There's many things you can look up to find out in more depth what I'm talking about. I'm not the most articulate person in the world. I go more off my feelings than words. That'll change with time as I get older. I get more smooth, and if I'm just fucking awkward young fella right now. But for men, I think I've noticed this with my friends as well. The more they retain their semen, the more charisma they get, the more confidence they have to talk to the opposite sex and mingle with men. For me, I get on with absolutely everybody. I mingle with everybody anyway. I think that's a Libra trait, you know, just to be a people pleaser. But for when I'm on sexual transmutation streak, I don't have to be people pleaser. Just people are pleased with my presence, and I'm pleased to be in everybody's presence, even people that don't like me. You know, not everyone gets on with 100% of people. When I go on a streak, it melts. I don't understand it. So guys, that's literally my main point. Please, if you haven't already, try harness your sexual energy. And if you don't really understand what I mean, it's no masturbation, no porn, no climaxing, no orgasm. You can have sex. If you look up tantric sex or karezza, karezza is spelled Karezza, I believe. There are many YouTube videos about this. I would advise you look up a YouTuber named Captain Sinbad, a guy named Nikhil Rajpandi. He's spectacular. He's one of the guys that inspired me to make videos about this topic. He goes in depth about a book named Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, and in particular he talks about a chapter called Sexual Transmutation. It's not the full name of the chapter, but it's what I remember. I just listened to the book recently, and that really kick-started me into my no-fap journey. But guys, honestly, the same works with females too. I know it would be mostly females looking at this, because not a lot of guys talk about Mercury Retrograde and transmutation like this. Guys, actually more guys think about sexual transmutation, because depleting your load as a man really fucks your life up. But as it will be mostly females searching about how to survive the Mercury Retrograde, I think if you're in a relationship, you're probably going to want to make love, but I don't think you should climax. Practice tantric sex with your partner. Neither of you should ejaculate. I know how it sounds, but when you take and give your energy like that, you will deplete yourself, and it will all come back on you in the Mercury Retrograde. You'll have low energy. How you get good energy from sex is through tantric sex. It's just a practice of slow, long session, and you really get charged up. Like your tension raises through the roof. But for the better, you're able to manifest better. Like the law of attraction works incredibly for people that transmute their energy. I can manifest anything, I believe, when I'm transmuting my energy, because I feel like I'm on top of the world, Rocky running up those steps. Guys, this isn't a very scripted video. I will try working that for the next one. I hope you get that message. For this Mercury Retrograde, try stay celibate, like 100%, like a nun, like a monk mode. And I guarantee you, come back here in a month's time, comment, let me know that shit, that literally worked. That is a powerful practice. I'm not going to ejaculate, masturbate, have sex at all. I'm going to do monk mode for the whole retrograde. I want to get 90 days. I'm on day 12, as I said. So, you guys, I hope you subscribe anyway and stay tuned for more. If I have any Mercury Retrograde symptoms, I'll make a follow-up video and be like, it didn't work! But it won't come to that. I'll tell you the opposite. Alright guys, peace and love.